Our colleague, Mr. Malik Azmani.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Johansson, I would like to focus on the external dimension on migration with you. EU citizens are still waiting impatiently for a sustainable European asylum and migration policy. Do you agree that a sustainable policy entails stepping up EU initiatives to provide adequate shelters for refugees both within the EU, for example Moria, as well in countries of origin and transit? Do you also agree that this also requires stepping up a readmission and return of irregular migrants, and what are your concrete plans to do so? What steps will you take to improve also the implementation of the Return Directive? And will you take the lead among your colleagues to step up international cooperation to tackle irregular migration by third country agreements and break the power of the cynical business model of people smugglers, and at the same time work on legal pathways? Can the EU citizens expect from you, Mrs. Johansson, visible results before summer 2020? Thank you very much.
Your time to respond, Mrs. Johansson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Azmani. This is truly important issues. I will step up with the efforts on return. I think, as I also said in my introduction, we have to be more clear. We have to have better processes, and we have to close the loopholes between those that are eligible to stay and those that have to return. We have to be much better on this. We have to step up on these areas. We do need to tackle irregular migration, and we do need to have closer cooperation with third countries in this area. And I think to destroy the business model also for the smugglers, this is really, really important. And we can see that those that are smuggling people, they are also smuggling other things. So these are the organized criminals that really they're making a lot of money out of this, actually. So we have to fight that business model. There is a role to play together with finding agreements with third countries. And this is going to be, of course, where I have to work very closely with the Vice President for the European way of protecting the European way of life, that has to coordinate these efforts, and also to work with the Commissioner for the neighborhood, and for the Commissioner for International Partnership, it's called, I guess. Yeah. So this is where we can find solutions, and I do think it's possible to find good win-win solutions with developing better and new legal pathways to Europe. And as I said earlier, we have a situation where we are in high need of skilled workers in Europe. And of course, we need to find agreements so that we do not foster brain drain, but I think we can have that kind of good agreements with third countries.